Insect pests of pulses. About 250 insects have been recorded feeding on pulse crops. Of these, about 1 dozen insects, including pod bearers, stem borers, leaf miners, foliage caterpillars, cutworms, jacids, and whiteflies are the most important. Some polyphagous insects also feed on these crops and cause considerable damage. Borers. Okay, this is actually a bit, big. Pod borers, pod bug, Clavigralla gibbous spinola, Hemiptera choroidae. Per pod bug, not per dust, per tar pod bug, found on Indian subcontinent and adjoining countries including Myanmar. It feeds on lamb, cowpea, chickpea, kidney bean, cluster bean, etc. Both the adult and nymphs suck cell sap and are harmful to crops. Adults are greenish brown, having a spined pronotum and the femur swollen at apical end. The bugs are about 20 mm long. The young ones are reddish and show prominent later spines on the prothoracic and abdominal segments. Life cycle bugs appear on crops in October. They mate several times in end-to-end position, and the copulation period varies from an hour to nearly 24 hours. After a lapse of about 11 days, females lay eggs. The eggs are laid on mostly pods, also on leaves, buds, and clusters. A female on average lays 60 eggs during this oviposition period. Egg hatches in 8 days and moves away from the shell within 10 to 15 minutes to a suitable feeding spots. Complete development takes place in 17 days by passing 5 nymphal stages. Activation period is from October to May and complete 6 overlapping generations. Damage suck cell sap from pods, leaves, buds, stem, and as a result of this damage, the pods show pale yellow patches and later on shrivel up. The grain inside remains small and yield get reduced. Management: spraying 1 liter of endosulfan trichlorophene in 6 to 5 liter of water per hour. 2 sprays during flowering and 3 during pod formation are quite effective. Gram pod borer, Helicoverpa armigera, Leptocoryza noctuidia. Gram pod borer, gram caterpillar, is a cosmopolitan and is widely distributed in India. It is a serious pest of chickpea, pigeon pea, mung bean, lentil, soybean, cowpea. Insect also found in damaging cotton, okra, maize, tomato, sunflower, etc. In USA, it is well known for pest as a cotton and corn. Then fully grown adults are 3.5 centimeter in length. The identification of the pest: eggs are spherical in shape and creamy white in color, laid singly. Larva shows color variation from greenish to brown, green with dark brown gray lines, then laterally on the body with lateral white lines, and also has dark and pale bands. Pupa, brown in color, occurs in soil, leaf, pod, and crop debris. Adult, light pale brownish yellow snout mouth, forewing grey to pale brown with V-shaped speck. Hind wings and are pale smoky white with a broad brackish outer margin. Eggs, larvae, pupa, mouth. Life cycle: the females lay eggs singly on tender parts of plants. A single female lay as many as 741 eggs in 4 days. The eggs are shining greenish yellow and round. They hatch in 2 to 4 days in April, October, and 6 days in February, and young larvae feed on foliage for some time and later bore to pods and feed on developing grains with bodies hanging outside. Fully grown larvae come out of the pod and pupate in the soil. Pupal period is 8 to 15 days. The caterpillar feed on their fellows if suitable vegetation is not available. Damage: prefer food plants such as green gram and red gram. Larvae are polyphagous. They feed on foliage when young and on the seed in larger stages and thus reduce yield. A single larva may destroy 30 to 40 pods before it reaches maturity. Manageability, timely sowing, use of Helicoverpa tolerant varieties like JG314 and JG74, mixed intercropping, use of NPV, spraying insecticide like endosulfan, delametrin, etc. Plume moth. This insect is a specific pest of pigeon pea found in many parts of India, particularly Andhra Pradesh, Assam, MP, Punjab, Tamil Nadu, Maharashtra, and Karnataka. Also been recorded in Nepal and New Guinea. The caterpillars cause damage by boring into and cutting through the pods while eating the grains. The full-grown caterpillar is greenish brown and measures 1.25 cm in length and has short hairs on body. The life cycle: the females lay 17 to 19 eggs singly on tender parts of plants. The eggs hatch in 2 to 5 days. Young adults feed on pods and become full grown in 10 to 25 days. Life cycle completes in 17 to 42 days. Pests remain active throughout the year, greater in the monsoon season. The larvae first scrape the surface of the pods and finally make holes into them and feed on the seeds, reducing crop yield. Chemical control measures are same as in case of gram pod borer. Spotted pod borer, shown here. Eggs, larvae, pupa, adult. Spotted pod borer. Moth is with dark brown forewings with white club-shaped cross band across anterior margin and white hind wings with dark brown border. The caterpillar with short hairs on black quads sweeps together the flowers and feeds on them. It also bores into pods at one end and eats up the ripening seeds. Mass excreta can be seen in the entrance of larval bell. Manageable foliar sprays from foliar bud initiation with combination of chloropyrifos or quinalphos or novaluron and spinosad, lambda cyclothrip combination with the dichlorobos, etc. Then field bean pod borer. Field bean pod borer. This is a cold weather pest of lablab and red gram having a wide distribution in India. The adult is pale yellowish brown both with V-shaped specks on forewings and pale brown markings on hind wings. The full-grown larva is brownish green and about 2.5 cm in length. Life cycle: the eggs are laid on the setting flowers and very young pod. A female may lay as many as 290 to 950 eggs. The eggs hatch in 2 to 3 days and the larvae bore into the pods and feed on the seeds. The larval stage lasts 14 to 15 days and pupate in the soil. The pupal period is 8 to 16 days. During February to November, it hibernates in the pupal stage. Damage: the larvae feed on flower beds and bore into the pods, feeding on the developing seeds and cause considerable loss. Chemical control measures are same as in case of gram pod borer. Green pod boring caterpillar of lentil pod borer. Green pod borer, it occurs on red gram, horse gram and other pulses and green mature crop like sundew. The larvae feed on floral parts, newly formed pods and seeds in developing pods. Fecal pellets inside damaged pods and small round holes on red gram pods plugged with excreta can be noticed. Management of gram caterpillar is effective against this pest. The moths emerge in February and March and are nocturnal. Eggs are laid both singly and in clusters in various parts of the plant, including the pods. Under laboratory conditions, the eggs hatch in 5 days at 25 degrees Celsius, although in the nature they may take up to 33 days depending upon the climatic conditions. The newly emerged larvae feed on floral plants and subsequently they bore into the pods to feed on the seeds. The larval stage is completed in 10 to 27 days. Pupation takes place in the soil at a depth of 2 to 4 centimeter and pupal development is completed in 10 to 15 days. The pest breeds throughout the year and passes through 5 generations. Damage. The larvae consume floral parts, newly formed pods and seeds inside the developing pod. The reduction in yield may be up to 5%. Management. At flower initiation, spray the crop with 750 ml of endosulfan, carbaryl, Carbaryl should be used if the husk is to be fed to the cat. Red gram pod fly. It is a major pest of red gram, soybean and cowpea. Attack is more in north and central India and Karnataka. In North India, 80% damage to crop is reported. The other hosts are sorghum, cowpeas, flower, bhindi, etc. Appearance. Adult is black fly with strong legs and ovate abdomen. Its eyes are distinct, wings are clear veined, brownish yellow at their bases, maggot is creamy white in color. Egg pupa adult. Egg maggot pupa adult. Life cycle. Small black fly minute eggs into the tissues of the tender pod and flower buds. Fly pierces pericarp and ovipositor and lay eggs which are seen like needles projecting inwards from the pods. Female fly lays 4 eggs per pod and 80 eggs in its lifetime. Egg period is 3 days. Larva period is 6 to 10 days. Full grown maggot pupate inside larval grooves in pods. Pupal period is 8 to 12 days. Adults emerge by cutting the thin spot already made by maggot. Nature of damage. Tiny maggots burrow into pods and feed on young seeds. In affected pods, no symptoms are observed regarding its entrance. Initially, larva bore into epidermis without rupturing the seed coat. In the second and third instar stages, the larva bores into cotyledons, and in most instances, one seed is sufficient for the maggot to complete its development. The final instar larva leaves the seed pupates either in the pod cavity or in the pod wall tissue. The damaged seeds are unfit for consumption. Symptoms of damage. Decolorization of the infected pods visible in green podded varieties. At the later stage of infestation, the holes about 1 mm in diameter, covered with a thin membrane, readily seen on the infested pod. Exit holes visible after the adult emergence. Management. Early sowing in endemic areas. Removal of affected pods of first brood during winter. Prepupal stage is parasitized by Enterus agromyces and pupa is paralyzed by Euderus lividus. Foliaspirace with monocrotophs 1.5 ml per L or dimethoate 2 ml per L are effective against larvae and endosulfan 2 ml per L against adult flies. Bean aphids. Apis crassivora. Both nymphs and adults suck sap from tender leaves and shoots, resulting in twisting of leaves or pod development, devitalization of plants, and sooty mold. It acts as a vector of rosette disease in groundnut and broad bean virus in bean aphids. It is polyphagous pest, red gram and other pulses, citrus, etc. are other host plants. Spraying with tobacco decoction. 1 kilogram of tobacco boiled in 10 liters of water for half hour and make up to 30 liter plus 100 gram soap and systemic insecticides like dimethoate 2 ml per liter or fosfamidol 2 ml per liter or malathion 2 ml per liter are effective. Bean aphids. Leaf minus bean fly, stem fly. Bean fly found to infest streak bean, cowpea, lima bean, soybean, etc. in India, China, Sri Lanka, Indonesia, Philippines, Singapore, and many African countries. Minute insect. Body length of male is 1.9 mm and the female is 2.2 mm. Shiny black color for body and brown for wing veins and antennae. Life cycle: damaged leaves turn yellow. Later, the plant gets dry. Stem turns brown, becomes swollen, and break down. The spring crops usually suffer less infestation than the late summer crops, in which infested plants may constitute over 70% of the plant population. The attacked plants bear less spores, which are mostly empty or less, else seed may be too small. Management: apply 6 to 5 ml of monocrotophos or 4-8. Foliage feeders: green nettle slug caterpillar. Green nettle slug caterpillar. Those sting caterpillar is a moth of the family Limacoridae. The species was first described by Francis Walker in 1865. It is found in Sri Lanka and India. Its larval host plants are Dambaria henry, Lablab, and Cowpea. Then life cycle: moths are active during October to November. When full grown, they bore it into soil, construct cocoon, and hibernate in larval stages. During August to September, they pupate and emerge to adult. Green nettle slug caterpillar. Damage foliage plants if touched the hair of caterpillar can cause rashes. Management: same as gram pole bearer. Stem borers, griddle beetle. Griddle beetle symptoms of damage: grinding of stems and petioles. The inside of the stem is eaten by the larvae and the tunnel is formed inside the stem. The leaves of plant of infected portion are unable to get the nutrient and are dried up. Later stage, the plant is cut about 50 to 20 cm above the ground. Identification of the pest: white soft-bodied worm with a dark head. The freshly emerged adult is yellow, red, brown on the head, thorax, and bases of elytra. Management: deep summer ploughing. Planting time on the onset of monsoon. Optimum seed rate should be used. Intercropping with maize or sorghum should be avoided. Crop rotation should be followed. Avoid excess nitrogenous fertilization.